And we are live. Mark, how are you? Absolutely. I'm working on that. I don't know if you hear that burner going, but yeah, we got some heat going. It's fixing to be cold. Hope you had a good weekend, Mark. I think we're dropping into single digits here. Let me check here real quick. Single digits for the low. Yeah, right now it says 12 degrees. Uh, weather forecast don't want to upload. It says right now it's currently 12 degrees. So, yep, I think it's the upcoming 3 days. It's going to be very brisk. Emily, sir, how are you? Well, that's good because you're going to start cutting back your days, right, Mark? Um, right? Because you're getting ready to retire. And oh, really? Well, you can keep that kind of stuff. We don't need any of that around here. No need for a snowstorm. Going to 3 days, February 1st. There you go. You ready for that, Mark? Pat Paulson, how are you? Getting cold in California too. Might need to bust out the windbreaker. There you go. Cass, how are you doing? We're supposed to get snow tomorrow and Tuesday. Really? Huh? So you're gonna make snow angels, Cass? We are at 19 degrees and snowing. Yeah, like I said, current observations here is 12 degrees. So we'll have that for I believe like 3 days or something or another. Oh, heck yeah, he says. 3 days, then in March. Maybe I go to 2 if the new guy is doing well. That's great. Maybe. Thank you, Pat. It was. I'm happy with the purchase uh, on the quarter drive. My dealer did really well for me, so I'm very happy with it. So, and then the 3/8 and a half-inch drive.
Shit.
The 3/8 and a half-inch drive. I picked those up
Theo.
for half price on Facebook Marketplace. So
What's up, everybody? Mark Olson, Mr. Leeser, Pat Paulson, Mona Me, Speed Ranch, Papa Cass. And if I miss somebody, I'll catch you in a minute. That's all I see. It's cold, Theo.
oh yeah,
It's fixing to get cold here.
yeah. Make sure you check your coolant in your vehicle. Huh? Make sure there's no water in it.
What coolant? What vehicle?
Any vehicle. I'm just being smart with you.
Full wave wrecked in the house. I was on the telephone with him a while ago. I told him, I said, me, Matthews. I just got the link. So, I mean, there's no radiator on the Suzuki. There's a new water pump on it, but all the openings are open. There's fluid, coolant inside there, just laying there, you know.
Yeah, as long as it's not just water, huh?
No. And there wasn't just water in the Jeep. It was coolant 50-50 with some water in it. Enough water to freeze. But I had more than 50-50 and in my 68 Ford pick him up truck with a 302 that I put in it. And that was
don't
out of
forget about
85.
Johnny's car either.
Johnny's Jeep, oh, he's got coolant in it. Back in 89 when we had that hard, when it got down to 5 degrees, my water froze in my truck, in the engine. It froze a water pump. I couldn't turn it with the belt. I started it up, you know, thinking, you know, hey, I'm good to go when we finish hauling sugar cane. And it was 5 degrees. I get in it, man, sound like a damn wildcat screaming, caught in the damn trap. Well, that was the belts screaming on the water pump. Water pump wasn't turning. I raised up the hood, I looked, I said, oh shit. So the farmer, he said, just take one of the farm trucks, you know. And he says, we shut down for at least a week anyway. So I'm like, okay. He says, use it if you need something to go in town. He said, don't, you know, bring, you know, use it to go get something. You know, because it was going to be froze for a long time. So I'm like, okay, thank you. So I used the truck, and then he called me up about 4 days later, right before Christmas. He said, come pick up your Christmas bonus. I'm like, all right. And I had $1,500 in an envelope cash. That was part of my Christmas bonus. I'm like, damn, that's the biggest bonus I ever got in my life. But hey, when you do 2 months straight, nonstop work, wake up at 12 midnight, do that, and then get off at 2, 3 in the afternoon, you deserve a good bonus. Yeah, that 50-50 froze in my pickup truck though. Yeah, make sure your blanket fluid doesn't freeze. Got that windshield wiper fluid. It holds about 2 gallons on the side. When you take the fenders off on the car, so you could see the tank right there. Well, Johnny busted that with the jack, with a big old floor jack. He busted that tank.
Oh,
Bitch. Hey, Miss
Jamie.
Jamie. How you doing?
Hello from California.
Wow. So I got to put some coolant in my shoes just to be safe. It's fixing to be cold here. It's 34 right now. And before here, 45 minutes is going to be 32 or 31. So we're going to have to start running the water another hour or so. Have to start running it for a little while, and every hour on the hour, run it for 5 minutes. That yellow washer fluid at the fuel island. Oh, you mean diesel?
No, piss jugs.
Oh, oh yeah. Truck drivers leaving their gallon jugs there at the fuel islands. Yeah, it ain't beer neither. Them pump jockeys at Tiger Truck Stop, they would say they find gallons with beer in it, and they throw it away. I says, that ain't beer, dude. And like, well, them truck drivers get scared of caught with that in their truck. They scared to get caught with it. I'm like, that ain't beer, man. Well, what is it? I said, that's piss. They piss in the jug so they ain't got to pull over the rest area and lose time. And when the jug's full, they just, the next time they fuel up, they just leave it right there for you to pick up and throw away. Unless they got a big trash can there, then they'll throw it in that.
What up, Raging? We'll
No,
be in
cool.
the chat tonight at the hotel, and the wife is sleeping. No problem.
At the hotel and the wife. ¿Cómo se va, Swan, eh? It says 35 and it just flashed down to 34. And if you see the hour go by right there, and that little chart right there, that goes down from 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 20. Every hour it drops a temp. It's going to be 26 in the morning at 7 o'clock. And tomorrow's going to be the only day it gets above freezing for the next 4 days, I think. Tomorrow night, Tuesday, we're going to have 8 inches of snow.
Here, beer.
Fear beer. I think he meant near beer. It could be fear beer. I don't know.
Hey, Scott, how are you?
No, he probably meant fear beer. Hey, Daniel.
Daniel, how are you? Tomorrow going to be the best Monday ever. What you got tomorrow going on? Hey, Raging.
Man, they got switching seats, doing musical chairs tomorrow.
Start with a new company. Start with a new company in the morning. And we'll be hauling flatbed home either
every weekend or every other weekend.
Yep. That's nice, Raging.
Boy, they promise you that, but they don't come through. Hollywood carriers used to say that on the back of every trailer that Hollywood Transport had, which is movie star MS carriers, movie star carriers, used to see on the back of their trucks, home every weekend, guaranteed home every weekend. Man, no, no, no. That's not that.
Right.
They lie like a dog.
Hey, Walter, you doing?
Hey, Walter. Hey, Scott. Define home. Yeah, that's right. Define home.
Yeah, that's right, Pat.
I think David Carlisle said something about snow. He's in Birmingham.
Well, at least you're going to have better chances of being home than what you have now, right, Rajan? And
Yeah,
better pay, so it's hard. That's hard to beat.
because I go home when I want. That's right.
Hey,
Yeah.
Rail, how are you?
Hey,
Snowy,
Rip.
cold Montana.
Yeah, it's colder than Dale Digger's ass up over there. That Arctic Express came through him and coming down
No,
here.
it's free. It ain't for me.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go, Jimmy. I don't blame you.
yeah.
I am already so
Yeah.
sick and tired of the winter. I can't. I don't like the cold one bit. Never have.
You find a. I'll wait till it comes up. Okay, there it is. You found a restaurant that serves deer hearts? Really? I mean, deer is a game animal, and restaurants not supposed to serve it unless it's farm raised. Uh, they got exceptions to all them rules and all that. It's up
710.
17. What's happening? -2.
Oh,
And what's up, Quick Wrench?
Knoxville, Tennessee. It's cold here. It sounds like it's going to be cold everywhere. Just about anywhere.
Yeah. Got to get down to 13 over here, but 16, and then about twice a day it drops. So I'm expecting about 10. I'm gonna say it's gonna get to 10 degrees. What's 710? What's the temp over there in central Arkansas right now? Yeah, Paul. Yeah, Pat. Keep rubbing it in. Keep rubbing it in.
64 here, says Paul or Pat Paulson.
Yeah. Well, 80 hours they're calling for freezing temps. Oh yeah, I believe it. Like I said, about 4 or 5 days, it's gonna be at least 4 days. It's not gonna be over 32. Man, I'm gonna be dog dick tired running that water every hour, staying up. That happened last year for Christmas. Well, 2 years ago. Not this past Christmas, but the one before. A year and a month ago, it was like that. Yeah, that's right. In a branch brought.
Yeah, if you got no wind, that makes a big difference. Full wave. Need a cracker for the shop. For the shop.
Shout fit.
Yeah, ducks are pretty cool animals to have. Not a big fan of geese. And she knows that.
I tell you what, you got ducks and geese at your house, and you take in your yard, you just make a little 2-foot round water puddle, not deep, like that, 2 foot around, 2 foot across, and turn your ducks and geese loose in there, in that little compound. Within 6 months, you're going to have a small lake. They root everything up, ducks and geese, especially the ducks. You'll have a big pond.
Yeah, you do, babe. Wouldn't live here in the West Coast, but day job has me out here time to time. Next month I'll be out for almost a month straight.
What's up, Tarek? Heat tape for the pipes? Oh, yeah, that would come in handy.
Cheese and quackers.
But it's to get somebody underneath my house that's small, because I can't fit. I gotta dig out a little hole where I want to get underneath my house at, because the surrounding land, this house has been there for a very long time, so the yard is built up. Once you're under the house, you have some room, but it's to get under the house. You got to dig a little waller out to get under there.
Fire up the chainsaw and just cut yourself a square in your floor.
Now, I debated that, but it didn't make no sense. But I ain't got to do it but a couple times a year. I ain't gonna be able to find nobody. And if I do, they're gonna want a couple $100. And like I said, I only got to do it a couple times a year. I appreciate the offer, Turk. It's really the water heater that I'm worried about. You know, the heat tape doesn't affect the water heater. It's a tankless. So, you know, it's if it was a tanked water heater, I would just turn my water off, you know, and drain my pipes. Because what I would do would put a faucet at the lowest part of my pipes and then drain it. Just put a pipe right there, a faucet where my outdoor faucet is, right there at the bottom where it comes out from under the house. Just put a faucet there, open that up, blow some air from the bathtub, and that would flush all my pipes out, except for the hot water pipes. But if I had a hot water heater with a tank, I would do all that. But I don't have a water heater with a tank. That water has to run and circulate in them little coils. It can't freeze. If it freezes, them little coils will burst. You can't fill the heater with RV antifreeze. I ain't putting none of that shit in my drinking water. Are you crazy? Oh, you can't fill the heater with RV. Okay. My bad, Scott. Erase your comment that you typing.
There you go, Jamie. That will look good. I like to see a picture of that.
Right past you in the rubber.
Goose get right past you in the 460 in the Rubbermaid bin. I like that.
I gotta get my bed. And I probably got to lean on the dock when I stand up. I'll be back in a minute.
Don't lean too hard. Luke Duke, how are you? Build a small box around the water heater and insulate it. Yeah, that will make a big difference too. Or just put like a heat lamp on it. That's how I raised a rooster. Slept next to me in the Rubbermaid bed. That's cool, Jamie. I like that. Luke Duke, how are you? Yeah, he did, Terry. He'll tell you about it here when he gets back. Became my truck chicken and my 351. Take my choke chicken where I go. Found in Alabama when it snowed on the road, nobody was out. Probably more safe while I drove in snow tested the traction of the new tires. Yep. See that, Boo? I can't hear you.
Yep. Hey, Luke Duke. Yep. Walker with wheels.
Oh yeah, that
And
little heater I got is great, Mark. It's 55 right now, so I'm getting ready to shut it off. Yeah, Terry and Pat wants to know what's happening with you, Boo.
Yeah, I got a walker. Got one of them with wheels and a seat on it. Doctor ordered it for me. It's I got a slip disc. Well, that's not always going on with my back, but anyway, I got a slip disc, and that sciatic nerve is letting me know it's there. So that walker actually helps. I never thought it would help. I'm like, man, how the hell am I gonna use that in my house? You know, that ain't gonna do no good in my house. But yeah, it does too. It takes the weight off of my left leg. Yep, lamed up. Paint a target on me. Somebody put me out in my damn misery. Yeah, you got that waste oil heater going, Theo, right now?
No,
No,
it's
not just for
I
a
got a
couple
small.
hours.
See if you can get it into right there.
Oh, you got one of those okay. And what, you got, a wet boot?
Got what?
Is that boot wet? You trying to dry it out?
What boot?
That looks like a boot laying on the floor in front of the heater. It
No,
looks like a boot.
That's a tank.
Oh, okay. My bad. That looked like a boot laying there. He's drying it out. Go now, I'm sitting on certain chairs. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got all my back screwed up on from my T12 on down to the L5. I got fractured vertebrae. They all cracked up and they wedge fractured, and I got bulging discs, and now I got a slip disc. Oh yeah, and they up my medicine big time. Instead of 100 milligram, I got some 300 milligram, 3 times a day. In fact, I didn't write down what time I took it last. I think it was about 5. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take it anyway. Shit.
Sounds like you should have wrote it down a little sooner, boo.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't remember taking it after 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. So I'm good to go. I'm getting hungry. A 30-inch waist. Yeah, I used to wear a 30 years ago. Now it's more like a 34, 30, 35.
Back in my young days, I used to weigh about 120, 130 pounds.
Man, you must have been real young.
Well, 20s, early 20s.
Oh no, I was about
Hey, Brandon, how are you?
150. What's up, Brandon? About 150.
No, always been a scrawny bastard. So
How tall are you?
5'10".
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was 5'10" and a half, 5'11". 145. I forget what I was in high school.
I weigh about 180 now, so it ain't too bad.
Yeah. Well, with a 30-inch waist, you have room to stretch it out again. No.
I'll
I was
never be
hitting
that skinny.
190. I was hitting on 190 not long ago. I lost a couple pounds on purpose. And it was 186 when I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago. 186.
$186, Boo?
That's what I weigh.
How tall
Well,
are you?
5'8". But it's all belly. It's all belly. You know, I got a big gut. What's up, Power Stroke Jude?
The good old days. Jude? You want a link, Jude? I'll gladly send you one.
That banjo twang sounded familiar.
I'm basically in your backyard this week. Hey, yo, mama.
Hey, your mama. Speed Ranch, you lost a few pounds. You weren't fat. I mean, you know, you didn't look fat or anything.
I lost, in the last couple months, I lost about 40 pounds.
Scott said, Mr. Gizmos is now totally blind, Cajun. The vet said he got to remove his eyes or he will die. Really? Man, that's a freaking kick in the butt. Damn.
Yeah, congratulations on that, Brandon. Share it with the group if you want.
Well, yeah. Congratulations. Don't know what for, but here's to you. Coffee time. Oh, you had gotten really big? Okay. Yeah, after I had that gallbladder surgery, man, freaking blew up.
I got
But in
really
my belly,
fast.
though, you know, a lot in my belly. Because, you know, not everybody, but y'all can see me walking and then go to sit down and y'all see my profile and my belly sticks out about that far. You know, yeah, I got a gut, you know, and a bunch of fluid too, probably. But yeah, with all that good cooking Missy does, shit. I mean, Johnny got a bigger gut than I got. And Big Randy, he used to come here a lot and eat Missy's food. And he was like, man, I got to stop going over there. I'm gaining weight. And he says, I'm too big already. You know, man, I weigh 350 pounds. been baptized, and I got accepted as an official member of the church today. Oh, okay. Baptized. So I thought you were Baptist already and baptized.
Congratulations, Brendan.
Yeah. Gizmo, is that the little chihuahua that's like 20, 21 years old or so? Oh, okay, thought so. Yeah. Yeah, you can always tell an older chihuahua, their tongue hangs out the side like that. I think Pat Paulson got a, is it Pat Paulson or somebody else? They got a picture, a still picture of me off of my video, my tongue hanging out, and their little chihuahua, they have a little chihuahua that does the same thing with their tongue sticking out to the side. I don't think it's Pat Paulson, somebody else. I'd like to blame my weight gain on something, but it was really my own doing, so I'm doing something about it. Okay.
Yeah, I've done the same. I've been doing the same thing, Cass. Like I said, I lost almost 40 pounds, just about 40 pounds. So,
And it used to be I could eat, eat, not gain weight. Not no more. I mean, my metabolism used to be real fast, and I'd lose that weight. Now my metabolism just, I don't know, leveled off, and now I'm gaining weight.
all right, Jamie, you take care. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it.
What's up, Diabolical? We was talking about piss jugs a while ago. Truck drivers. Yeah, I could probably do that. Y'all never notice. Unless when I go to shaking, I would do like that.
Hey, and then if you drink enough alcohol, then you can use that for a windshield wiper fluid.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he said it was 60, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah, if you buy them fires, it'd be about 95 to 100. They say they got 50% of the main fires control, under control, 50%. Well, hell, when everything burns, it'll be automatic 50% burned out. I sure would like to know how them fires started out there. I mean, if that was somebody's doing on purpose, that,
Well, let's leave that there in the middle, huh?
man.
It's cold here in Minnesota. Oh, I bet.
Yeah, they got that Arctic blast was fixing to hit here. That one cold front come through, now but a day ago, something like that. And then now they got, this, the one that's coming through now is the backup, and what they call that, the reinforcement,
Still 19-inch snow in here. Uh-oh. Well, 19 is warmer than it is here.
I had not heard the plow go through yet. Yeah. Mm. Damn. Fuel scrap circuit board. Never know what you're gonna need all that circuit
What up,
board.
Dave?
What's up, guys?
What's that? How cold it is over there where you at?
I don't know. I've been outside. I can tell you right now it's 72 in my garage.
72 in the garage. That works.
It's 11 degrees.
That's about the same as what we got here.
Yeah. Let's see. What was it? 34 or 33?
I'm actually a little warm right now. I'm wearing a hoodie. I should take it off. But I don't want to start no strip show on Theo's channel.
You're doing it anyway.
It's too hot here. I've been working, man.
Severe weather alerts.
One little thing led into a whole big bullshit. Fuck it.
Got your ass on.
What's up, Rail? What's up,
Yes, I did.
Jude? What's Jude doing tonight? Why don't you pop on, Jude?
I send him a link.
I've been busting my ass remodeling the whole house, man.
Got his ass.
Don't ever have don't listen to your daughters.
Which Dave do we have tonight?
I don't know. What's hydrated day versus dehydrated day?
Hey, Dave, didn't Detroit play yesterday or something?
They were pathetic.
What?
They were pathetic.
They played, they lost, or they won?
Pathetic. They lost. It was
Oh,
pathetic.
they lost. Oh,
They got their ass kicked like
sure
I've
they
never seen them
going
get
to
their
the
ass
Super
kicked.
Bowl, bro. I thought for sure they were heading to the Super Bowl.
They should have been. They got their ass kicked like it's almost like it was rigged.
Who beat them?
Washington.
The Commanders.
Yeah, I had to
Really?
for a minute.
Oh.
They changed names. They used to be what
I
the
can't believe.
Redskins.
Redskins. I can't believe that they beat Detroit.
Oh, they walked on Detroit like Detroit didn't exist. Golf threw
Come
5
on.
interceptions. They threw 5 interceptions. They did multiple stupid plays. It's almost like they intentionally dropped the game. It was like horrible to watch.
Colt 49ers. What's up, mon ami? Rigged. Yeah, where's 710 at? He was here earlier.
I mean, if the Lions were giving it their best, they should have. I don't know. There's no words for it. The game was horrible.
Man.
I think the Lions Super Bowl was when they played the Vikings, and the Vikings couldn't get a touchdown. What? Well, plunge the fucking thing. Why are you shit in it so big? Just tell me my toilet's filled all the way to the top. I haven't used it. I've been freaking painting, girl. You sent me on this journey to remodel the whole freaking house. You can tell me my toilet's plugged? No, it was pretty shitty game. Unless the Commanders just magically got that good.
Yeah, well, they beat the Saints. Oh wait, was it the Saints?
Who didn't beat the Saints?
Trying to think. A couple. What?
I heard Pat Paulson, Cass,
did?
French, and Tarek and Jude all got together and they beat the Saints 4-12.
They probably could, yeah. No doubt about it. Yeah, well, JD5, who's he play for? The Redskins or the Giants? JD5. The new quarterback. and the hottest college quarterback that went to the NFL too early. Jaden Daniels, number 5, LSU. He was the hottest quarterback, last
That's
season
not that
for LSU. He was the best in college overall. That's one reason why he got the Heisman
He can throw football 75 yards. He's got the arm for it, man. Length, strength.
My cousin can throw a good 70 yards.
And at Cass's height, he's like probably a perfect quarterback. I don't know how tall he is exactly, but he looks pretty tall.
What have you been working on, Dave?
The house. When you talk about automotive, what the hell was it? What did I do last? What was my last day of work? My last day of work was bullshit, to be honest with you. There's a bunch of diagnostics, diag after diag after diag after diag hanging on my hook. And 3 of them in a row were bad engines. 2 Ecotechs. 2 Ecotechs. Guess what happened? It's cold out, right?
Yeah, it's that time of the year again.
2 Ecotechs seized up. Engines locked, seized. Oil across the whole bottom of the freaking car. So you know what happened there. PCV system froze up. Built up too much crankcase pressure because they had blow by like a bitch and blew out the remain seals, and the person kept driving. And they killed the car. And then I had a Jeep 3.7. It's hydro locked. It's got coolant in multiple cylinders. I've actually pulled spark plugs. It's not just one cylinder. It's both sides, multiple cylinders. So assumption is somebody put water in it. A lot of water, very little coolant in it. And it froze at one point in time.
Damn.
Well, we know somebody else who might have done that too, though. I mean, a 3.7 liter. But those Jeeps, just they don't like when you add water to them. And
No, they don't.
That's what I said. We know somebody else like that. I don't know what else did I have. My last day at work was total bullshit. It was just like bad news to each and every customer. I don't think I did.
I didn't drop the insurance on that little car. We've been paying insurance for a whole year on the Jeep and then the car. We spent over $1,000 in the past year. Well over $1,000.
I thought that thing was ready to go. All you had to do is put some Royal Purple in it. It was ready to go.
And a fender, but the alternator went out. Water pump was out. Actually, it wasn't the water pump that was making all that noise. It was the alternator. We didn't know that at the time, though.
What's up, East Coast Ken?
Eek! What's up, Mon Ami? So we just turned in the plates. That's $200 that we could have had.
Ken, I'm so sorry about the EGR issue. Did you ever get that figured out? The fact you said the code resets immediately tells me there's probably a problem with the electrical going to the EGR solenoid, or the solenoid's bad itself. It should not reset the code immediately. So if it immediately resets when you try to clear it, it's at the solenoid. A bad EGR, it wouldn't throw a code until you drove the car for a little bit, over 2,500 RPMs at least for a little while.
The heat went out also.
Yeah, Johnny's his Jeep, the heater core went out on that. There's some steam coming out the vents.
Yeah, it's probably leaking. The heater core's probably leaking.
Yeah, and I told him, I said,
you?
before you start
What kind of car is Johnny driving?
Or just take the two hoses, splice them together, with a nipple, two hose clamps. And I says, run it like that. If it goes away, for sure.
Buffalo just won. Buffalo just took out the Ravens.
Really?
Yeah. It was a good game. That was a good game.
The Ravens. Oh yeah, that's
well, that was a good game. So was the Rams versus the Eagles. Was a pretty damn good game. I mean, they both had to play in the snow. So it was never a good game for any of the players, I'm sure. The only thing good about it is the team that won was happy as they froze their ass off playing the game the whole time.
Well, if you freeze your ass off, you lose. Or hard. No, not funny. Okay.
Well, I just don't know how those guys can stand out there and play. They're in short sleeve shirts and shit. Your arms are fucking exposed and it's snowing like a bitch outside.
Well, just run faster.
Me, I'd at least say, give me some Under Armour from like wrist down. Let me put some Under Armour on. I'll go back out there and play. But man, to be like totally bare skin in that snow, that's gotta be a bitch.
Anthony, what's up, Anthony? How you doing, morning, mate? Buffalo just advanced. Wait, you said Buffalo beat the Ravens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So now Buffalo's got to play. Buffalo's got to play the Chiefs, and I'm sure that'll be a rigged game. Mahomes will probably win that game too. Some magical bullshit.
Well, well, I hope Buffalo beats the Chiefs.
I think Buffalo's a way better team than the Chiefs this year.
Yeah, that's what
But then again, I thought the Lions were a lot better team. I thought the Lions were way better than the Commanders. The Lions proved their point against the Vikings when the Vikings' only touchdown was when the plane landed in Detroit. Other than that, Vikings only had 3 field goals against us on our final game of the season. The Lions smoked them.
Jeez,
and then the Lions go out and they get a bye week, come back, and they play like rookies. I mean, Golf as a quarterback played like a rookie. $50 million a year contract, played like a fucking rookie.
Shorts and sandals. Man, my ex-father-in-law used to do that. He'd wear shorts and, just a regular pair of shoes. And he had a jacket on, but he had a hat on. The beanie hat that folds up. Like a ski mask, but folded up. He said, all your heat comes out of your head. He says, the only thing that gets cold on me is my chest, my torso. He said, but short, he said, the cold don't bother my legs. Just
I got some heat coming out of my ass sometimes.
Some heat coming out of your ass. Just don't strike a match by it and blow up.
Yeah, Theo don't like to talk about sports.
No, I'm not. I am not into sports.
You're a poor sport, Theo. You're a poor sport, Theo.
I don't care. I really don't.
More than 10 hours diabolical because Johnny Best has got 10 hours into that alternator and it ain't off yet.
What are you guys doing? I mean, you guys out there drinking beers and
no, Johnny don't
by
drink.
the time they're done, the whole thing dismantled from front to back.
I could have built a car in 10 hours. You get what we call our Yoopers, the people from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, the Yoopers. You get them down in the.
Oh, I know what a Yooper is. I know what a Yooper is.
Yeah, a Yooper don't even put on a freaking coat till it's like 30 degrees. They might put a hoodie on when it's 20 degrees, and they don't stop wearing shorts until it's like 10 degrees.
No, Yooper, that ought to be a totally different state. That ought to be like North Michigan, and then the regular South Michigan. They don't even touch. Really. Hardly.
No, they do because the bridge.
The two parts, Yooper don't. The Upper Peninsula doesn't even.
You know, touches the Upper Peninsula is Wisconsin.
Yeah. No,
Does
they
part of
just
Minnesota
call
touch
it
it
North
too?
Michigan because
Does part of Minnesota touch it too, or
I knew some
Wisconsin only?
Yoopers.
Trying to think, does part of Minnesota connect to it too, or only Wisconsin? It's only Wisconsin.
Yeah, I never wear shorts neither.
Me neither.
When I
used
do
to.
wear shorts, I wear shorts.
When I got to be, I used to wear shorts when I was shrimping, yeah, and crabbing, you know, but
Never.
straw hat, that was it. Just shorts, white shrimp boots, and a straw hat. That was it, you know, for shade. No shirt. And I was tan. I looked like a little teenage.
Hey, Sergio, what's up?
Sergio?
Summer months when I'm out of work, I wear like a cargo style short a lot. They come down close to like about my knees, but
Jeans.
Get some more coffee. Oh look, I'm gonna
That's
run.
right.
I'm gonna jet out of here. I got another invitation to go to. So I'm gonna jump out of here and then make another pot of coffee and all that, and jump in with them. Theo, I appreciate the link. Good seeing you, Dave. Good seeing you too. Everybody in the chat, y'all take it easy. Appreciate the condolences on the hipster there. So, all right. Y'all know it's good being north of the grass. Y'all stay safe. Be that way. Be that way. Stay safe. As always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. Pluta.
Luta.
not just the two of us.
Just us. Oh, goodness.
Where's Raging at tonight?
At a hotel room. He said he was picking up a new rig for tomorrow. That's one of the reasons why I don't like winter, because it's so much. It takes way longer to get dressed. It's a pain in the ass. So how you been feeling, Dave? Feeling better?
Feel like $1 million now.
Good.
I'm still screwing up and smoking too much. I cut down a lot, but I'm still bad at night.
Here you go.
What are we supposed to go down to tomorrow? Is it like 0? I think here it's
Now we're
negative.
getting into single digits and shit.
No, we're supposed to go down. We're supposed to go below 0 at nighttime times, and just slightly above 0 at daytime.
Yeah, it's fixing to
Like
get
for
cold.
2 days, I think 2 days, maybe 3. Yeah, I like Sergio. I like your short, man. Working in that nice, cozy ass tent, with the water falling on nobody's head, but just sitting there like, hey, mechanics are pussies. Come work in my state on a snow day. Every car that comes in the shop, you got to work on it while it's up in the air and under it.
Yeah,
It's
if
never
it's not
something that
in the winter, if it's not rolling in your face, it's a piece of ice or frozen rust.
You know what it's like to go home and feel like a fucking potato chip? You lick your lips and you're like, shit, you got to spit it out.
Yep.
You don't realize how much that shit got on you. The salt dust, the salt water.
Cozy.
I'm just teasing you, Sergio. I agree with you about the mechanics pissing and moaning and crying and bitching about everything. Next time, you just got to make the conditions a little more extreme. Like the wind's so bad, you chain to the freaking building, and so you don't blow off. And
Sometimes you get vehicles in the shop where you got to broom up all the rust because you worked on that car.
oh, dude, don't you go there about that shit. Throw air hammer, and also shower.
Yeah, and then everywhere from front to back.
After doing this almost 30 years, I really don't fucking cry about anything anymore.
It's amazing what you can get used to, huh?
Yeah, nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing bugs me anymore. I mean, the customer can sit there and tell me I'm gonna kick your fucking ass, and I just tell them I get off at this time. I'll be off at 6:30. My truck's out back, so I'll be walking my truck around 6:30. Like to see you. What I love is being told off or threatened by a customer that I never worked in the car ever before, but it's my fault for giving them bad news. When everything wrong with their car is mainly their fault. Like you went like 9,800 miles, you didn't change or check your oil. I mean, that's not my fault.
You have customers like that?
Oh, come on now.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
No, we get customers to bitch us out. You're a fucking hack. You're a liar. You're full of shit. Blah blah. I'm looking at your own.
I had one, but that was like 2 years ago. I threw all his fucking shit in his truck and they put the truck at the road and they said, "Come pick it up with with a fucking tow truck. Get out of here." He's like, "Well, you don't have to go that extreme." Well, you want to call me out? You want to threaten me? There it is. I am done. Good luck. Fuck you.
Have a good night, Serge.
Thanks for stopping in, Sergio. Yeah, he wasn't happy about that either. So, well, I don't do well when people treat me like.
No, well, you start disrespecting somebody like that, and they didn't do anything wrong to deserve it, such as you or I or anybody else that was in a situation like that. It's different if we deserved it, but I don't think anybody really deserves to be disrespected like that. Yelling ain't gonna get you anywhere.
Nope. Oh, and he was threatening with, I'm going to kick your ass, and I got a pistol with me, and
Mark, they're called PETAs. They're called PETAs, pain in the asses.
Call my lawyer, and so, well, go right on ahead. I'll call mine. Their truck at the road. Go. Not anymore.
Yeah, we nickname those Mark PETAs, pain in the asses. Here comes another fucking PETA, or there's that fucking PETA again. I'm gonna fucking hammer his ass this time. Not only gonna fix his valve cover gasket leak that he's bitching about, this, that, and everything. I'm gonna charge him another hour for fucking cleanup.
Yeah, but I don't know, Regent. The customers I have, I mean, they've been really good. So
If you're honest and fair with your customers, most of them will treat you back with respect and be honest and fair with you. I hate customers who lie to me. I mean, like, why lie? You think it's going to save money? When you lie to the technician working on your vehicle or technician on anything, if you lie about anything, you're probably going to cost yourself more money. If you sit there and say, "Hey, I was, my car died and I'm trying to jump start my car," and you know, don't say
that's
it's an
right.
'04, say it's an '04 Ford Taurus, and I cross the jumper cables and now shit's all screwed up. At least you're giving the tech some true information, yet cross the freaking wires from it. Whatever. I mean, just don't bullshit them. And it goes same thing with anything. I mean, if you know
That's right,
something,
Cass.
if you know something stupid happened with your AC in the house, like you're out weed whipping and all of a sudden it stopped working, and just anything. If you know that all of a sudden you did something and something else happened, you might want to relay that to the service technician and whatever that be for.
No, charge.
It's like going to a doctor and asking him to fix you and you're not telling him the truth of what you're feeling like or what's wrong. How's he supposed to figure that out easily?
Walter says we had to do that with a used car dealer, booting them out, want their vehicles in right away and supply the parts. You repair local transmission repair shop did the same with to them. Well, sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah, I booted a used car dealer out because they were putting resistors and shit to cars that they're buying at auctions that basically airbags went off and they put like, I don't know what you call it, fake panels in. It looked like there's supposedly still airbags there.
Okay.
They jumped the connectors with particular resistors, and it would say that you keep the airbag light off, keep the SRS light off, supplemental restraint light or whatever you want to call it. They keep it off, and I actually called a collision shop or used car lot out about it. And they're like, "We didn't do that. We didn't do that." But no, that wasn't us. I'm like, "Well, dude, second time I've seen a car from you guys like this, where you guys are bypassing a bunch of shit. You asked me to diagnose something, and I had to get into the wiring harness. I had to pull some panels apart that you probably didn't expect me to pull apart, and I saw something. I'm like, okay, this is a hack rig job. I said, you're putting people's lives in danger. You're altering safety components of the vehicle. I don't want any part of it anymore. We don't want our company's name on it. I don't want my mechanic's name on it. Don't bring us any fucking vehicles anymore. We're taking this car out of the shop to come pick it up."
Yep.
They argued us and argued us and argued us. And I said, no, we don't. We're not even charging. Just come pick up the car. I don't want to hear your story. Pick up the car. You're bypassing safety items on the car. You're trying to trick shit, sell a used car that's probably a freaking salvage title that you got green again, turn it into a good title. And bottom line, you're going to fuck the customer over. It's not right. I'm not saying I like airbags or anything, but car manufacturers put them in there for a reason. And they do save lives. They're just very loud when they go off, and it may hurt you a little bit, but better hurt you that little bit than get killed.
Mm-hmm.
No, you wouldn't have that problem here in Michigan, Scott. We deal with that a lot. The body shops don't like it. I'll say that. Body shops don't like working on cars that have been fluid filmed. Well, Rachel, if we ever fuck up and we know for a fact we fucked up, we nicely tell the customer we fucked up and this is what we're going to do for you and we're going to fix it. It's going to cost you nothing.
Good night, Ken.
If you treat a customer right, they'll be a customer for life. They'll send their friends, their family,
Yeah.
their neighbors, and everybody to you. So it's not worth giving up a few $100 in cost of parts or labor or whatever to be an asshole and lose a customer. You're better off to take care of them, be honest. I mean, nobody's perfect. We all fuck up. The best technician out there in the world, which I don't know who it is, fucks up.
Never mistakes.
There is no such thing as the best.
Mark, I'm going to be tactful about it. I explain it the way it is. You know, it's that simple.
You said it right, Rajan. I got it. You're saying shops charge for their fuck ups.
Well, I had a while back with one of my customers that, couldn't get his brakes to bleed and got it on the lift and he put the calipers in upside down or the wrong side. So they were upside down.
Was it a Ford?
No.
I used to see that on Fords back in the day all the time. The customers do their own brakes, especially the ones that had the slides that you had to pop in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? The slide clips that you
Yeah.
popped in. They'd be upside down constantly. I can't get a good brake pedal. And I go, look, the bleeders are both on the bottom.
Yeah.
It rises. It don't go down.
Right. Yeah, my customer's cool about it. I called him. I sent him a picture. Called him and said, your brake, you installed your brake calipers upside down, and he's like, "Oh man!" He's like, "Well, that's why I got you, Tio, to fix my fuck ups."
I don't know if I think it might have more paint on me than I got on the walls.
Yeah, you remember that, Mark? That was fucked up. Yeah, that was a Jeep, 5 Jeep Liberty.
Oh man.
And that thing was at the tire shop a couple months before that. So you can't even say that they were rusted on or something like that. They tightened the fucking snot out of it. Oh yeah.
I come across that shit a lot.
Well, what happened? What was the story on that? There were 2 tires that they put 4 new tires on that thing, and 2 tires failed. So he went, it's like, within a couple months, and he went back. It's like, well, you need to warranty them tires. I mean, they just failed. They just they just fell apart, and had a big fuss about it. But they eventually did it. Well, that was their payback. Yeah, that was pretty upsetting, Mark. That was just not right. Yeah, especially when you work on older cars, Mark, you see a lot of drum brakes. I got a couple customers that still have vehicles with drum brakes on them, so I don't work on them a lot, but I do once in a while.
Yeah, drum brakes almost becoming a thing of the past.
Yeah, it is. It's getting there.
At least on light duty vehicles.
Yeah, I got two customers. They both have a '89 Chevy 2500. So TBI.
Yeah, I've done a shit ton of drum brakes over the years. I'd say right now, most common cars, if I actually do a brake job that I do drum brakes on, would be some of your older Chevy trucks and some of your Nissans, the smaller Nissans like the Versas that they're probably, I shouldn't say a couple years old, they're probably older than I think they're. Probably mid 2000s.
We'll do a good amount of fancy stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Customer vehicles. The oldest ones I work on are from '89. Like I said, both Chevy TBIs, 2500s.
Like when I, for many years, I mean, almost every car you touched was drum brake.
Yeah.
And I got a whole freaking drawer full of drum brake tools that I don't even use anymore, or I haven't used in years. I don't know if you remember those or I don't know if you even worked on one of the GMs. The wheel cylinder was held on with a stupid clip. There was no bolts that held it. It clipped it to the backing plate. And I got specialty tools to release them and put them back on. And I was going through my box the other day. I'm like, I should just take this shit out of here. It's taking up room. I haven't used this stuff in 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I still have a timing light too. So use it much, but it does get used once in a while.
I used mine not too long ago. Guy brought me an 86 Z28 IROC. They dropped a new distributor in, and he couldn't get it to start. And he saved himself a lot of money. Told me the truth. So I dropped new distributor in it. I think I dropped it in wrong. Can't get this damn thing to start, the whole 9 yards. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you for telling me the truth. Got it to number one cylinder, top dead center. Dropped it in, had to plate the oil, drive a little bit, drop it in, get it pointing it toward number one. Got to start. Then I had to get the timing light out and time it.
Yeah, I actually had to. What? Well, I'd say it's been a while back now, but my old timing light took a shit, so I had to buy a new one. By golly. But
yeah,
those timing lights are not cheap anymore either.
I was wondering if mine was even going to work. That's how long it's been since I used it. I was like, I hope it works.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. Mark says he's got 2 timing lights, a Craftsman, and I don't know the other, but they work. What up, Doug? How are you?
What's up,
I know
Doug?
Doug would still use timing lights when it's his timing light once in a while. Frosty, what's up? I don't mind working on those older ones though.
They don't bug me. I still remember them very well.
I still have an advanced light. Well, good, Scott. Here you go. Yes, sir. Current timing light less than a year old. Yeah, mine is about something like that, year and a half, somewhere in there. If I got to guess. You gotta forget about it.
That's what I have is the old Craftsman. It still works.
I don't even know what mine is. Innova. It's been doing pretty good for me.
It's fancier than mine. I
What's that, Dave?
said it's fancier than mine. Mine's an old-fashioned, gun-looking Craftsman.
Yeah, my old one looked like a. I mean, it was fucking heavy too. All chromed out and whatnot. Looked like a one of those old, from the 70s or something like that. One of those Star Wars guns.
That's kind of what mine looks like, but it's not from the 70s. Mine's probably from the early 90s.
That's the one I have. That's been a pretty good timing light and got no complaints out of it. So
So your garage cold?
it's fucking cold outside. So yeah, I don't, it's insulated, but I don't know. It holds the heat all right, but when it gets really cold out, man, it's hard. It's pretty hard to keep the heat in.
Not just that. You probably don't have a heater throwing out enough BTUs to heat that space.
What's that?
You probably don't have a heater big enough throwing out enough BTU to heat that space either.
Oh, you want to see my distributor wrench? You'll like this one, Mark. This is my distributor wrench. And I can put any socket on it. That way I don't have to have a boatload of distributor wrenches. And if this one is not long enough, I use these.
I still have probably 4 or 5 different distributor wrenches, and I can't tell you the last time I used one of them.
What's that, Dave?
I probably have 4 or 5 distributor wrenches, and I can't tell you the last time I used any of them. I had a bunch of, like I said, 4 or 5 distributor wrenches. I can't tell you the last time I used one. Probably on that freaking Camaro. I don't even think I did. I think I just used a freaking swivel socket and an extension.
Yeah, but on some of them it's pretty fucking tight. You don't have that much room.
Trying to think, did I use a distributor wrench or not?
No, the one that I made is just, I made that myself. Was just an extension, and I cut it, put a little piece of plate in there, and then I can change the socket out. So if I want to, if I need a different size for the hold down nut, then or in the hold down bolt. Then. All right, Raging. Thank you for stopping in, bud.
What the fuck is a mini split?
It's a heater and AC unit.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
I've been heating my shop with that little heater there for years and years. I'll just keep running that.
Well, it's whatever degrees outside. I mean, I'm totally warming here. But my garage is heavily insulated too, so.
Yeah, my biggest problem is this shop has a second story, so the ceiling is not insulated because that's the floor for the second story. I think that's where a lot of my heat goes. That's why I don't hold the heat as well as normal. Yeah, I got a couple of them, but yeah, I cut the socket off a little bit. Cut like a 1/4 inch off, so it fits right under there. Fits perfect. That the one that I showed with what's that 916 socket? That's for Chevys. That's what I see the most here around here anyway for older vehicles. Those 9 out of 10 times they're Chevys. You got a couple guys that still like their old Fords, but there's still a lot of TBIs on the road here too. The Chevy small blocks. People love them. You still work on Chevy small blocks, Dave?
Yeah, from time to time. Wasn't a freaking LS a small block Chevy?
What's that?
Isn't an LS a small block Chevy?
Yeah, I'm talking about older, but
Yeah, they're a newer version, but yeah, I still mess with old. I every once in a while old 5.7s and old 5.0s and.
the TBI 450 is a joke. Don't see many 454s around here. A good 454 around here, they want almost as much as a 5.9 Cummins for one of those.
Oh, my leg is cramping up something fierce.
Huh?
My leg is cramping up something fierce.
What are you doing? What did you do now?
What's that?
Say, what did you do now?
I didn't do anything. It's just, I don't know, probably from kneeling down so much. Was up in my attic crawling around and shit.
Well, maybe Tarek has some tips for if you spent much time much time on your knees.
I know he does.
If you
Yeah.
yeah.
He has tips. Just he basically is going to tell you get used to the beating. He enjoys the pain. Give me a minute. I got to lean off the back.
But to knock the dust off the distributor ranges. As soon as you get back, I'll make sure I'll put this comment back up there. The Napa dealer has been there since late 1960s. Same family. Wow, that's impressive. Any topic anybody wants to talk about? Yeah, this little diesel heater has been doing good for me at the end of the day. Agree with you. Nice. Yeah, I got a fella that's going to buy the whole car as is, Doug. So I'm not going to do anything with it. He just waiting for the weather to clear up a little bit, and then he wants to come down or up, I should say. He wants to come up and pick the whole car up. So when it gets below 30. Those crimpers and cutters are set in chrome like the Knipex. Okay. Oh, Tarek has a tip for you right here.
No shit. They're also a sign. Cramps are also a sign of lack of potassium and lack of sodium. Do we need to get like?
So that sounds like you need to drink a beer and a banana then, and eat a banana.
Probably a sweet potato would be better than a banana. I think there's more potassium in that.
Yeah, I've been cleaning the yard up too, Cass. Too much fucking junk.
Say banana, it brings up funny ass shit, but I'm not gonna talk about bananas. No, it's funny ass shit, you know. Coworker. We always bring in. We always have some bananas at the shop, and this young guy says, "Why do you guys eat so many bananas?" And I said, "Well, you don't know. It makes your dick bigger." Next thing you know,
He's eating bananas?
he's eating 2 to 3 bananas a day. And I said to him, I said, "I thought you didn't like bananas." He goes, "I can't stand bananas." But my dick's getting bigger. I said, "No, it's not." I said, "I made that shit up." I said, "Your brain that thinks that." I said, "I told you I made that shit up." What do you mean you made it
Right.
up?
That's
I
right,
made it
Frosty. Well, check that out, Mark. Ain't got any more tools here as of late, Dave?
Let's think. Let's think, Cal. If I bought anything new, I don't know. What's the last shit I told you I bought? I bought.
Quarter-inch
I
torque
bought.
wrench.
I bought a 1/4-inch torque wrench. I got a really good deal on a repossessed Snap-on bench top charger. Plus, that actually I really like, and I know I bought some shit this week. Fuck did I buy? Bought something off the Macco, man. What did I buy?
Same thing here, Cass. Got a lot of irons in the fire right now. In a few years, probably won't take me a few years, but I'll start collecting junk again. But
Trying to think if I bought anything of use. Oh, I bought, because I don't have it yet. I bought the stupid indexing seal puller and indexing razor scraper by that Macco has now.
oh yeah, is that worth a damn?
The indexing seal puller, it's stout, it's strong. I mean, it's not a weak piece of shit, so I'm sure it'll come in handy. I mean, I got tons of seal pullers. The scrapers are what I don't know if I'll ever use. So I'm not big into using on vehicles anyway. I'm not big into using razor blade scrapers anymore. I don't use them that often, but I've not used it yet.
Yeah, I like mine.
I saw Cass has got the electric vessel screwdriver from Lindsay.
Did you get this one?
Well, he got the high speed. I don't know if that's a high speed or low speed.
No, this low speed. It's got a little more torque.
He ordered the high speed from Lindsay. Lindsay made a video about it this morning.
Gotcha. Yeah, this been a great one. I like this one a lot.
That's actually underrated. That's underrated. They claim it only has how much foot-pounds of torque or inch-pounds of torque? I'm pretty sure it has more torque than what they say it does. More power than what they say it does. I forget how many inch-pounds in reverse and how many inch-pounds forward it says it has, but I think it's stronger than what they say it is.
Yeah, it's that low speed. That's the one I got, and then man, that thing is nice. I like it a lot, especially like for day and stuff like that. That's where it comes in.
I don't have
Little
the high
bit.
speed yet. I have the low speed. It said I think it throws out more torque than what they claim it does. They claim it to be like what? Reverse speed, like 13 inch-pounds of max torque, like ability, and forward, like, I forgot what they say, 80 something, not 80 inch-pounds. I forgot. It doesn't matter. I don't know the numbers. All I'm saying, it's in its size, in its form, is probably the strongest electric cordless screwdriver I've ever used.
Yeah, that one there. I mean, if it, it can twist in your hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask my Mac dealer to get me the high speed one too.
Have you used your quarter-inch torque wrench yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day.
What do you think of that? You like it?
Yeah, it fits into places that my other shit didn't.
It's fucking nice, man. I love that thing. That little. I mean, that thing is just amazing.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of cases when I'm doing certain jobs, I don't use a torque wrench, but our company does have some government contracts with particular government agency, one agency in particular. I shouldn't say we have contracts. We do business with them. They like us, trust us, and they bring their vehicles to us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't fuck around with any of their shit. Everything on their car is done to factory spec. No questions asked. Everything's done to factory spec. We don't skip any corners. They love us. I'm not supposed to know who they are, and they know I know, and I act like I don't know, but I do know. And I can tell you guys, it's the FBI. It's the FBI, but they're undercover FBI agents.
Can you see that? It's 15 to 300 inch-pounds. This one. in quite a bit. That's probably one of my most used torque wrenches, the 1/4 inch.
My most used torque wrench is a 1/2 inch, what do they call it, beam,
Split beam.
split beam. You know, that's just for torquing.
Yeah, if you for the wheels. Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
my most used. Most used in a very quick manner. Snap on.
Yeah, that's a Snap-on, Frosty.
You still driving, Frosty?
So if you got, this is Snap-on's 1/4 drive. Well, this is 3/8 hat, but 1/4 drive long handle. Look at that. You can get this sucker in there. You can get this in there. But yeah, that's pretty amazing.
You know what I want to know about torque specs? You read torque specs, right? When you're putting shit back together, you torque the spec. You ever, when you're taking shit apart that you know is factory, it's never been touched by anybody else? You ever notice how fucking tight some of this shit is?
It can be, yeah.
So is the factory actually torquing anything to spec, or are they just bam running it down?
Well, they run. I know they run a lot of automated guns that are set at certain torque specs. But if how often do they check that shit, right?
What about a Mopar oil filter? The first fucking oil filter, the original oil filter on the vehicle.
I don't know. I never see that.
Those things are tight as shit normally.
Yeah, that's a digital one, Frosty. It's really nice.
You also, Cass?
All right, Cass, take care, bud. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. We're right at the 2-hour mark anyway. Want to call the night, Dave?
If you want to.
Sure.
All right. Y'all have a good rest of your week. Thanks for jumping on and supporting Theo. And Theo, thanks for having me on. Doug, have a great rest of your week, or start of your week. I should say start of the week. It's the start of the week. And shine on.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope everybody's going to have a good week. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.